What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 270 of the LuredUp podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves.
Way more serious.
Jesus Christ, the levels, Adam. Today is Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. I'm your host, Ken Pescatore. That crazy man over there is Adam Tuttle. Adam, you fired up?
I take Pokemon Go very serious.
Are you fired up or something?
I'm all fired up.
This is crazy. I don't understand. You're very rambunctious right now. Very alive.
Listen,
I can dig it.
When you are battling in PvP and you are tapping and you're tapping so hard.
Adam, I got messages last week of how I steamrolled over your PvP talk, and I want to make sure you have the opportunity to discuss your PvP prowess on today's episode.
Okay.
Good.
But it's just about me being angry about PvP.
Angry? No.
Connection issues, the good stuff. And I guess I don't really get that upset about that stuff because it doesn't usually happen for me. And then it happened. And I understand the frustration now.
Amazing. Shout out to Havoc Bandit. Greetings from Alola in the chat. And huge shout to Good Morning Johto Lane in the chat. Just subscribed with Amazon Prime. We are streaming this live on twitch.tv/Pokemon Professor Network. You can catch us every Wednesday night there, and you can catch the VOD of our video podcast on the following Friday on YouTube and audio on podcast catchers everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right, Adam, we got plenty to talk about this week. We'll do a little recap of the last week of gameplay, which was awesome. We had Searching for Gold research. We had a new format during Spotlight Hour. I really enjoyed that. And I want to get your first impressions on Beach Week. So it's been a pretty eventful week. We have Axu Community Day this weekend. So there's a lot happening. The additional GoFest details have been announced. We'll talk about all that. There's a lot to unpack. Thankfully, Pokemon Go Hub put together like this aggregate stuff article of all the information, because the way Niantic broke it out, there's like a landing page for the global event, a landing page for New York, a landing page for London.
Yeah, there's a lot of landing pages.
There's a lot of landing pages.
I couldn't figure out where to land my plane. It ran out of gas, and I just exploded in the sky.
Like, I'd like to have... it would be nice, like, if I'm shopping for a car, right, and I'm on the car's website and I can compare the trim levels, it'd be nice if I could compare the different, like, in different columns, like, show me what's at London, show me what's in New York. Like, I just wish that was the case. That would have been a little bit more friendly. But
sorry, that's too easy.
I know. We'll unpack all that stuff.
You gotta work for it.
Adam, the style shop has been updated, and this was like a prime example of a quality of life update that no one asked for, but once you see it, you're like, all right,
we needed
this is kind of cool. it's pretty good. Much more modern interface. It looks more like a console games character customization screen. Like, where are the beards?
I'm very impressed with
where are the body types? Like, we still need some more here, but this is really, really cool. It makes it a lot easier to kind of swipe through, and we'll talk about all that. I'll pull it up on the screen for the streamers. And Niantic support confirmed 2 issues. We had
2, not
two.
just one.
Not just one.
All right.
We had Shadow Mewtwo raids not dropping Rare Candy XL. That was a thing.
Ooh, I didn't even notice, but...
And then there was a conspiracy theory about the shiny rates of the Lake Guardians exclusively when rated remotely that were found out to be like 1 in 125 per the people.
Ugh.
I don't know how big that sample size was, but that was the number that was floating around. And this is a big departure from like the 1 in 20, 1 in 25 that we're used to seeing for Tier 5 bosses. And Niantic, a week later, comes out today and says, hey, there was an issue with the shiny encounter rate, which is like the first time. This is like the first time they've ever really acknowledged shiny rate, like, and said it like that, I think. So that was kind of cool. We'll unpack that. We'll have like kind of a free-form discussion of, is this Niantic's new normal? Have they turned a leaf? Are they actually going to communicate with us? Or is this a soft term, like short term?
How do they deal with that?
we're gonna unpack it. We're gonna unpack it, man.
Okay, all right.
Just
we need to unpack that like first, because that's very like time sensitive.
No, it's interesting because like, is it damage control, or is this like their new thing? Are they gonna like be in a position to communicate with us in a couple days after something happens? We're seeing like amazing feedback from Niantic's other games. Like, they're communicating with the Peridot team, is communicating with people. Even NBA All World, they were doing stuff like it almost seemed like in real time. Pikmin Bloom had some like updates, like communication going back and forth in real time. And then now we have 2 Pokemon Go bits of communication come out, and it's like, all right, is this kind of what everybody wants, or is Twitter still going to not be happy with it? And we'll unpack it.
Well, I mean, would you be happy if, for 3 days, or I mean, how many days have the Lake Guardians been here that this was an issue?
It's been a couple days, so it's been a
okay.
while.
Okay, so let's say 3 days, so 15 raid passes. Let's say I get invited to 15 Uxie and Mesprit when I have a Zelf here. That's a serious feels bad if they say, "Oh no, we had shinies turned off."
Adam, we have a plan. They have a plan, and it's
all right. Well, I need to know about it
well,
right
Adam,
now because I'm very upset.
If you stayed up to date with shit, I wouldn't have to be the one to tell you. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Appreciate all y'all. Definitely. First Ham Taro just showed up. So Adam, I guess we could start with this past week of gameplay. I don't know how it was for you.
Well, I can tell you, I did not find gold. I forgot about gold.
Oh no!
No, we went to Chanel's grandparents this weekend.
Okay.
And almost exactly from 2 to 5, I was pretty much nowhere with any stops.
Wow.
I was in a rural area. Yep. And yeah.
Did you feel less special? Did you feel less special?
No, I did not. Until I got home, and then everybody's talking about how all they got is with all these shinies and all this, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I was gonna get a nose pass, but I guess I passed.
We talked about it last week. We were like kind of trying to think like how they were going to do this. Right? Was we were going to spin stops and get research tasks compared.
I was right.
You were sort of right.
No, I was right.
Look, there was a thing where it was choose your own adventure, right? They would like that whole thing. But hold on, let me fix your frame here. But
what did I do?
No, you didn't do anything. But the interesting thing was the choose your own adventure part did not come by way of the field research itself. It came by way of the ticketed timed research, the actual research there. And that's how they were able to say, okay, you want nose pass, here's your nose pass. Adam, I picked nose pass. I did not have any nose pass shinies going into the event. I left with 2 shiny nose pass. It worked perfect.
Cool.
It worked perfect. It was awesome. It was absolutely great. But yeah, you got to choose your own adventure, who you wanted to go after. Caterpie, Magikarp, nose pass, Sableye, Barboach. We also had some other gold shinies in the wild.
Did Caterpie have a cowboy hat?
Caterpie did not have a cowboy hat.
Oh, jeez.
I also left the event with 2 shiny Barboach, which was pretty cool, and also a shiny Magikarp, which I caught in the wild, which was not actually a research Pokemon, which was pretty cool. But 2 to 5 event, it was short. It was the first event of the month. It was a nice little breakup of the vanilla spawns that we had for the first couple days. I'm sorry you missed the event, man. It was pretty good, but no FOMO for you.
No, I'm fine. I caught a tiny Krabby.
An orange one?
No. Oh, yeah, just a normal one. And then I also caught 2 huge Merrills.
Well, that's good. Yo, shout to Powder TCG in the chat. What's up, man?
Hey.
Hey. All right, well, I guess the big news of the week is GoFest. We got to talk about GoFest, right?
We've got to talk about GoFest.
All right, so we're going to go over to PokemonGoHub.net. AV Rip put up together this nice aggregate article talking about all the news of Pokemon Go. We kind of knew it was Deancey, right? We kind of presumed that based on the logo.
Speculate from the logo because the little crystal's there.
So in this article, they break it all down. There is, of course, landing pages on PokemonGoLive.com for
the landing page.
There's a landing page for the landing page. Then you click over to another landing page. and then you have to, I don't know, reset your computer and then go back. No, there's so many landing pages. It's nice to have all the information in one spot here. Shout to GoHub. So obviously GoFest is August. August is a very busy month in terms of GoFest with, 2 weekends of the global IRL events, right? So you have one weekend with Osaka and London, one weekend with the U.S. Then the following weekend after the U.S., you have Global GoFest during the weekend. It's a very heavy GoFest month in August, so there's a lot to kind of get through here. So strap on in. We're gonna break it down. All right, so yeah, DNC is the Pokemon. This is good. This is a mega. They could probably hold on to DNC.
It evolves from like
fake carbink,
right? Yeah.
I bet you they sit on this for a year before the mega. Right?
Yeah, they have to, because then they could release it for next year's GoFest, the mega.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Introduce something different.
Yeah. So that's really neat. Global GoFest, this is where we have new key art here. It's always fun to pick apart the art. We see, of course, Unknown. There's Lapras, there's Gumi, there's Shellos, East and West. Plenty to look at there. And here is the cool stuff that they've done. And I think last year it was just about the same. 70 Pokemon featured across all the different habitats during the global event. And there's other bonuses this is going to be for everybody, not just ticket holders. Lure module is activated for an hour. Field research for the different Pokemon habitats. So if you go to the landing pages, you'll see the different Pokemon that will be spawning during each of those timed habitats. So that's when you'll be able to pick things up. Remote raid pass limit will be increased to 20 per day for Saturday and Sunday for Global GoFest. What's your hot take on this? Like, is this just a thing that like the hardcore raiders are going to take advantage of, and then the everyday raider is going to be like, hey, I'll do my 3 to 5 and call it a day? Or do you think that the normal 0 to 5 remote raid raider daily will step up to do 20? On each of those days.
I think everybody will step up to do 20 because it's a pop in time.
Dude, that's
in the Pokemon Go community.
It's almost $40 worth of raids in a weekend.
So what you do is you put your Pokemon in gyms starting today.
Oh,
you try to get all of your coins, and then wait until right before GoFest when they have a nice, neat little box that's probably overpriced, but you do save some money on multiple raid passes.
Yeah, I'm sure. But, dude, the gym scene is very interesting. That's where I'm spotting a lot of the new trainers and some of the old dogs I still see like that don't even come out to events, and then I see like people defending gyms for Valor, and I'm like, oh shit, Living Killer. I haven't seen this dude in like 3 years. I know he had like kids and stuff and stopped playing, and it's like, but still repping in the gyms. And a lot of people do not even go after the coins, which baffles me. It baffles me. Like every community day, every event, my son is complaining he has no coins. And he's just like, yo, Dad, let me get $10-$20, whatever. Like, dude, put your freaking Pokemon in gym. Like, what the hell? Like, why do you, like, you could,
you'll be walking past a gym, there's one Pokemon in it, and it's red, and you can easily drop, but you don't drop.
You know what? I got to give my son credit, though. He has been coming back around to the Pokemon Go thing because I've been taking him to different community day events and all that kind of stuff. But he's starting to get on, like, the snipe a gym as you're driving by. So it's like he'll have the phone open and just, like, look out for red gyms, like, on the side of the road and, like, just try to, like, snipe them, dropping Pokemon in there as we drive by. It's like, dude, that's what you got to do. You're guaranteed to get your 50 every day. It's going to be awesome. Also, snapshot surprises. That'll be cool. All right, so, Adam, we kind of knew this was coming because they always did this, but I think this one is even more hilarious, and this is like the rotating costume tiara Pikachus for each of the habitats, and they're just slightly different with a different color jewels on their head, on their headpiece there.
And I just, it's another Pikachu, so not excited. But I know some people are excited, so go for it. I like all the other Pokemon. I mean, there's no Delibird, but beggars can't be choosers.
You really think that maybe if they did an ice terrain, habitat, they would.
Yeah,
bring...
they did. They did the year.
2018. That was 2018 when they had the bubbles floating around and it looked like snow. It was really cool.
Yeah, was there Delibird there?
Yeah, I think so. But here, you remember you took a picture of a TCG Delibird card. So here are the habitats for global. We have Quartz that'll spawn Heracross, East Sea Shellos, and Baneri, with East Sea Shellos being one of the new shinies of the event. Pyrite Sands, Trapinch, Gibble, Joltik, and then that Pikachu. Yo, that is a not so great habitat in my opinion. Malachite Wilderness, Pikachu, Roselia, Oranguru being a new shiny. And Aquamarine Shores, Marill, West Sea Shellos, Goomy with a shiny, and Pikachu. So we got new shinies happening with the exception of, Joltik and Pyrite Sands. But they balance it with kind of a little bit
Pikachu.
of...
They balance it with Pikachu. Let's be honest here.
Dude,
everyone wants Pikachu.
I really enjoy the costume shiny hunt. Yeah, it's kind of lamed out because it is Pikachu, but that costume shiny hunt is phenomenal. So here's the 5 new shiny Pokemon that you'll be able to encounter at Global Go Fest. Yo, Oranguru is amazing.
West Shellos, Joltik, and Goomy.
Goomy is really good, man. Goomy's really good. The Oranguru is really good. Awesome colors. So... very, very cool shinies. Now, here's a nice list of overall all the new shinies that are going to be available once the actual IRL Go Fest happen. And I think after, the global Go Fest, these localized new shinies will become readily available. That'll probably be what happens.
I hope so.
London and Osaka getting Stupider, Petalil, Dewbiter, and exclamation mark unknown.
Ooh.
New York City, Skrelp and Golurk. What do you think of that? That's what we're getting.
I like the global event with spawns better.
Well, yeah, global event's gonna be awesome, but New York getting Skrelp and Golurk, and then London, Osaka getting the Jupiter.
The real question is, what do their evolutions look like?
I don't know, man. They look like other colors. Let's look how cute Goomy is. Don't even evolve it. Remote. All right. So unknown letters spell out diamond, and the rarity on these things was so low at last year's event. Like, I hope they maintain that. I like these Pokemon being.
Do you think? Well, hold on.
Super
do you think
hard to find.
They're gonna spawn for like the first minute.
Oh, like the takeovers.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
And then you got to do the unknown trick where you leave one that's shiny, and then
go back
to
it.
A Pokemon.
Yep. That was awesome. All right, now we have the ticket holder exclusives. So if the people that are ponying up, here we go. Special research story
totally
featuring
pony up.
Deancey. Incense exclusive Pokemon. We'll talk about it. They do break them out. Increased chance of shiny Pokemon. This is the real. This one is something that is a little bit controversial, right? Because we saw some events that were ticketed. You have to get the ticket to get the shinies. This looks to be the case. We saw an event where there was what was the last big event that we had that wasn't ticketed and the shiny rate wasn't great, and people were like, I would have paid for a better shiny rate. I remember what event that was. There was some big event.
Yeah, I don't know.
But do you know what I'm talking about? And people were like, I just wish there was a paid option. It was.
You mean Go Fest?
I don't know, was it? Special 7K eggs. Up to 6 special trades can be made each day. I do want to clarify something. This is pretty cool. Let's say your play day is Friday, right? Oh, no, this is global. This is global. Payday's Friday. 6 special trades. Yes, I'm thinking of for the IRL events, if on your play day, you'll get 6 additional trades. But if you buy the extended day passes, the city passes for the additional days, you will also get 6 special trades on each of those days as well.
Whoa. Are you saying 18 special trades?
I'm saying 18 special trades if you buy both extra days.
Oh, man. Get everyone that's lucky on your friends list.
Habitat-themed
ham.
collection challenges, and the Global Arena Challenge on Saturday. So here's where the ticketed stuff really comes into play, and you have exclusive incense spawns. I always thought this was kind of weird because it's like, hey, pay for the ticket and then pay for incense to get the benefits of the paid ticket, is what it is. But inside of each of those habitats, you'll also have unknown spawning. This is the whole diamond thing. And then quartz will have Hisui and Growlithe. Pyrite Sands, Pawnyard. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh.
Pawnyard in the wild. This is going to be a good shiny chase. Malachite Wilderness, Carnivine. Give me that break in a region lock. Aquamarine Shores,
right.
2018 Go Fest.
All right, PvPers
Right?
are excited for Pachirisu.
Pachirisu was 2018 Go Fest, I think, right? The
Yes.
second Chicago Go Fest. Yep. So that's pretty cool. Now here's where things get a little interesting for battlers. So they give you additional bonuses if you buy your Global Go Fest ticket early. If you buy it before July 5th, it will unlock a special or an exclusive timed research that will include an encounter with Carbink. Carbink is going to be a pretty strong PvP Pokemon. PvPoke tweeted about it today and said, hey, if you don't buy this ticket now and you want to battle, you're not going to be able to get Carbink until after Worlds. So buy this ticket, get your Carbink now, start walking and grinding on it to get those XL, and then you could immediately put it into competition and have a potential edge against other people that aren't prepared for it because they haven't seen it, because no one's got a Carbink except the people that buy the ticket now. So
that makes sense. That makes sense.
You know, I put a question out on Twitter like, should it be banned? What do you think? People were like, no, this is, all is fair in love and war. And then if you purchase by August 1st, you can get a different time research, but they didn't announce what's going to be.
And then they surprise us by making it like 1,500 or higher CP when they give it to us.
Right. All right, Pokemon Go Fest in-person events. Here we have Diancie, we know is our big Pokemon, and Sigilif is the region-breaking Pokemon. This is very exciting. You know, it's a very exciting regional Pokemon. Let's just say that. And then we have some unknowns. Gameplay additions, event-exclusive special research and debut of the new mythical Diancie. Pokestops for event-exclusive field research, no big deal. Collection challenges, snapshot surprises. And here's the main bonuses. And again, this is going to be for the day of your ticket, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Half hatch distance, 6 special trades, reduced Stardust cost for trades, up to 9 raid passes, and then the double catch candy. Now, if you buy like the Enthusiast thing or the rating add-on, like all this stuff kind of changes, but as the standard ticket, it's still pretty strong. Here's the add-ons, the citywide gameplay, the Enthusiast, and a Raid Lover. And then this goes on to break down like all the different Pokemon that'll be available in the different habitats at the IRL events. They look pretty good until you get to New York, which seems to have the weakest spawn pool out of all the events. And so just look through it. There's a lot to go through here, so I'm not going to just rattle off Pokemon names. However, Snorlax is in one of the habitats. It's always a good go-festy kind of Pokemon. So Snorlax will be representing. Lucario in the wild can be shiny, Adam.
Whoa.
Pretty exciting. But yeah, New York not looking too strong. I guess shiny Archon, but not terribly strong. But just look through it. There's a lot to go through. But Adam, are you starting to like feel the ramp up for GoFest? Like where are you at with the excitement level?
I'm at I just want to be there, because once you're there, it really is a different game. Like this game is, if you go to like a park for GoFest, like a buzzing happening park, it feels a lot better playing the game than if I'm just casually like at my house or.
But you talking like a global GoFest? Or you talking about the actual like New York GoFest, or Chicago GoFest, or Seattle GoFest?
Yeah, like being there is like half the experience. You know what I mean? Like that really makes it. So I don't think until I'm getting on a plane will I feel that.
All right, that's fair. It's something that when people like attend their first Go Fest and they're kind of like people say, "How was it? How was it?" It's like this is the best way to play this game. This is the only way to play this game.
Yep.
Like I can't believe I've been missing out, you know.
With people. People.
Playing with your local community is great. Having 3 people to play with, 10 people to play with, 30, 50.
But this is having thousands of people.
It's like nothing else.
Doing the same thing you're doing, and the excitement in the crowd when like a hundo is found, and like just the whole. It's like 2016 all over again.
I like
There's
the fact that you could go outside at like 3 a.m. and it's like there's just people like holding a phone, their faces glowing from the phone, you know, being on like in the middle of the night. Like it's a vibe. It's an absolute vibe. I love it. But Adam, we are in Beach Week. I guess we could talk about our current week since we skipped into Go Fest. But how has Beach Week been for you? And did you get your Sandygast?
I did get my Sandygast.
I know you didn't evolve it yet.
No, it's actually not bad. I'm gonna find it. It's weird shaped. So yeah, it's a 15-15-12.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like very good.
No, that's great. Global Challenge, we absolutely demolished 300 million nice throws. This was really cool. I love when they do this.
My favorite was how quick I stopped catching after a while because like I cleaned up all the spawns, but I wasn't even like worried about that. I kid you not, I just kept clicking to see where we were at every like 3 or 4 seconds.
It was
just
going up.
Thousands, tens. I was like, what is going on?
We don't play.
Everybody was playing because of Spotlight Hour, so like it really made a difference.
Yes. That dude. Can we talk about Spotlight Hour for a second? It was awesome.
It was off the hizzy.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of the Beach Week featured Pokemon. You know, I think there was 5 different Pokemon that were part of it, including Clauncher, which was the new shiny of the event.
I saw your Clauncher.
I got the Clauncher. Look, man, you got busy people make time, right? That's my motto. I had to go food shopping. I wanted to play Spotlight Hour. I was like, I'm getting on the ShopRite Wi-Fi, and I'm playing Spotlight Hour. Like, I did not need to be in that supermarket for an hour, but you best believe that shopping trip took an hour. And I walked in the ShopRite like at 5:55. Like I was ready to I'm like, here we go. We're doing this ShopRite. You got your hat
on. You're like, all right, I got my lucky egg, my star piece,
dude,
my incense.
Yo, triple XP with a lucky egg. What?
You're like, I got my Poffin.
That's the best. It's awesome. But spawns are really great in this event. Female Frillish is there. I have seen some Mantine and Poplio. Binacle in the research is pretty cool. I'm still looking for that shiny. And then the Lapras with a scarf is back in field research, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I have not seen that. Which task is that?
I had a bunch of them, but I don't know what task it is. Let's go to the Sylph Road. Sylph. Sorry. Damn, I'm going to miss Sylph. Damn. Spotlight Hour. Oh, here we go. Krabby, Kabuto, Corfish, Clauncher, Crabrawler. Crabrawler was cool, but it's the only one that couldn't be shiny. If there was a cluster and I was in a rush, that would be the one I wouldn't catch if I had to not catch one of them. 4 times Rainy Lure Duration. This was pretty cool. I've been running these at work, like I was saying. It's kind of neat. The $5 timed research. It's $5 for the Sandygast and a pose, pretty much. How does that make you feel?
Tubular, man.
Tubular? No.
Totally tubular.
People didn't like it. People didn't like paying $5 for that. I don't
necessarily
blame them.
I will say for how short the research was, it felt like it was lacking.
Just because of the length.
Yes.
You said it was honestly, a good size. 1-star raids. Alola.
Who said it was a good size?
Carvana, Phoebus, and Sandygast. 3-star. Blastoise, Gyarados, Lapras with the scarf, and Alola Mullet. Yo, I've actually done a couple remote Lapras with a scarf. Would really like that shiny. And then we have our Uxie, Mesprit, and his elf. We'll get to the drama behind them in a little bit. Mega Swampert in Mega Raids. This is a good Pokemon. Do those Mega Raids, get that energy. Sandygast hat is kind of funky. And then they have like the wetsuit and stuff. It's kind of cool. But a good event so far. I mean, what's let me see. How long does this go? This goes until, sorry, video people, till Monday, June 12th. So we still have 5 days from the time of this recording to do Beach Weeky stuff. How's it been for you so far, and what do you think of the spawn pool?
I love the spawn pool. So far, I've gotten a Clauncher that's 96% from research.
Okay.
Like I said, I got a tiny Krabby. I have 2 XXL Merrills. I caught my first cue to fly.
What do you mean? Like, do you tag your XXLs?
Yes.
You do? Adam, this is what you're devoting your time to, playing the game. This is what you're doing with your time. You're tagging your X. You were the person that was so against this.
I know, but I don't know what to do with them. Like, I
transfer them.
I have an XX large. Sorry, I have an extra large Growlithe. What am I supposed to do with that?
Transfer
it. I'm saving that for Just Will.
Transfer it right now.
No, because Justin might want an XXL Growlithe. If somebody had an XXL Delibird, I want the Delibird.
I just caught a shiny Scyther on screen right now.
Wow, I can't see it.
It's the first Pokemon I clicked on.
Well, you know what? How long has this event been going? I've been catching Pokemon every day. I've yet to see a shiny.
Well, I can pull it up on this. What am I doing? Look at it. I'm putting it on the wrong screen. Oh no, is it gonna run? I thought it was gonna run. Oh, that would have been some shit. That would have been some shit if it ran. Come on, bro. So anyway, I was about to show the Style Shop update on my phone. That's why I was gonna. Shout to the Low Battery Crew, 7%, rocking a cool 7% on the phone every week. Everyone makes fun of me. Last week's episode, I was at 2% on the on the stream. Which
you were
is
out getting some whole milk.
It's so funny, but I was going to. I guess we could just talk about it, right? We could just go to the Style Shop here. How do I do that? I don't even know. Style. So here we are. We have the new Style update, and I like it a lot. So it allows you to get these horizontal swiping of items, and it goes through the categories pretty easily. It gives you a much better view than the real close-up that they had. It made it hard for you to like envision. So I like the way they did this. It's definitely cool. It's one of those things that no one asked for, and it dropped out of nowhere, and everyone was just like, oh, why are they spending their money and time and resources on this? And then they use it, and they're like, ooh, this is nice. It's kind of cool. But I'll pull it back up on screen here, and it says, a Style Shop update is coming to Pokemon Go. No, Pokemon Go, it's here. It says, for example, new items will be marked. Oh, yeah, there's like a sales section, so now they can bring back older items, like they were bringing back stuff that wasn't available. Like, I like how they're doing this. They're making it feel more like a store experience, which is kind of cool. Special style sale. Yeah, they brought back some stuff. I don't know. I like quality of life updates. Everything kind of feels a little weird and icky still because everyone's still not kind of back on the high horse with the game quite yet. You know what I mean? So a lot of times anything, even when it's good, is kind of has a little bit of a jaded tinge on it. So some people probably like this update, but just as a matter of, to hold true to their, torch and pitchfork bearing principles, they were like, it sucks. And then meanwhile, they're like scrolling through the different sock options. They're like, look at these socks. This is gonna.
They're like, you can't even see my socks. I still have Delibird boots on.
These socks changed my life. But no. So what we'll do, Adam? I don't want to jump ahead here. Let's take a break.
What will we do?
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the communication that Niantic has had via Niantic support regarding game issues and game issues. And we'll go from there. There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to discuss. The community is definitely at an interesting place right now because some of the people are still holding strong with their mission to want the game of their dreams, yet want Niantic to fail simultaneously. You've got people that were super anti-Niantic starting to soften up and come around. You have a lot of people that were pro-Niantic and said, trust the process, kind of getting some validation now. It's a very interesting kind of ebb and flow of the community that we're in right now. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll unpack all that stuff. What do you say?
That sounds like a perfect plan.
All right, everybody. Video viewers will be here, but audio listeners will be back right after this. It's an audio break.
It's an audio break.
So, based on your reaction before, I'm assuming that you haven't seen the tweets that we're about to look at.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Should I go looking for them?
I put them in the notes, but we could discuss them. No problem.
Oh, okay.
You could blind react to them.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right, you ready to come back?
Yes.
And we are back from our break.
Ken's now back from the break. I'm still snoozing.
No, wake up.
Oh.
Adam, you should wake up and you should be very proud that this show is brought to you by the Grading Authority. We are very excited to partner with the Grading Authority. This is a brand new thing for us. We really hope everyone takes advantage of this. This is pretty awesome. So TGA offers kind of this very unique and innovative card grading service that has like a heavy collector focus, heavy community focus. Adam, you've been to the grading facility itself,
yes.
The actual brick and mortar, and got to meet the team. Adam got this whole thing set up, so shout out to you, buddy, for making this magic happen. But
yeah,
I know you're enjoying. You have lots of slabs around you. I'm sure you have slabs next to you. But check out tgacards.com. Look at the slab designer. Look at the flow label maker. It's absolutely incredible. And if you use the code FULLHEAL, FULLHEAL, at checkout, you can get 10% off your total purchase at tgacards.com. Shout out to TGA for partnering with us. We really appreciate it. All right, couple bits of housekeeping to get through. This podcast is also brought to you by you, the listener, thanks to our Patreon, patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. Check it out. You can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And all patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly TCG Live. I keep wanting to say TCG Live. TCGO is gone. It officially sunsetted.
It's gone.
Oh, it hurts so bad. Our monthly TCG Live and Pokemon Go tournaments. We are starting our Sylph Innocent Cup on Friday. It's coming down to the wire with Sylph. It's a sad thing. Sylph Arena, rip. But yeah, you can do that. We coordinate in the Discord. We really hope to see you there. Huge thanks to our gym leader patrons, Absolutely Ryan, Austin Zard, Bean and Cheese, DJ Wonderbread, GK, Sue Jamal, Mythical Hitch, and Big Za Minus. Special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bhatt, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Tish Smith, Kate the Cons, and Stinky Ash. Make sure you check out Pokemon Professor for everything that we're doing, PokemonProfessor.com for everything that we're doing. Connect with the show. Get merch, leave reviews, all that good stuff. PokemonProfessor.com. All right, Adam.
All right, Ken.
Let's talk about Niantic communication. This is an interesting one. This is definitely an interesting one. Yo, Tyson Canada, hi. Highlighting that in the chat. What's going on? Appreciate you. All right. Here we go, Adam. Niantic support on the 5th. Trainers, to address an issue where Mewtwo Shadow Raid rewards did not include the Rare Candy XL bonus for in-person 5-star raids, you will receive either 10, 20, or 30 Rare Candy XL by the end of this week, based on how many Mewtwo Shiny raids you completed. Okay.
So should we go into our Mewtwo's and see what
And
our
take a
candy is
take
now?
take a screenshot. Its stuff hasn't been paid out yet. We
Okay.
don't know at what tier you get 10, 20, or 30 Rare Candy XL. I don't know if it's like if you did 10 raids, you get 10. If you did 25, you get 20. If you did, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. So, look back, think how many Shadow Mewtwo raids you did. Let's try to put 2 and 2 together and figure out where are the thresholds once these things start to get paid out. It'll be interesting to see what Niantic considers the highest tier of volume for in-person raids for the weekend event. You know, like, as if 30 is the max they're paying out, how many raids would I have needed to do to get that? Now, Rare Candy XL are not guaranteed. So, you could do 30 raids and get no Rare Candy XL. It's unlikely, but you could.
I'd
So,
say
are they going to do like a
'cause-
1-to-1, you think?
Well, they said you're either getting 10, 20, or 30, right?
Right.
Period.
So, is it either like people that did
So I
10,
think if
20, or
it's
30 or more?
probably it's probably if you did 1 to 5, you probably got 10. If you did 6 to 10, you probably got 20. And if you did anywhere above that, you probably got 30.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But this is coming from Niantic support channels. Obviously, it is Niantic. There is also Pokemon Go channels. Communication did not go out on that channel. There's such a completely low amount of people from the player-based numbers to who's on Twitter. Then there's even a lower number of people that follow Pokemon Go on Twitter that follow Niantic support. That's the only reason I have a little bit of a gripe with it. I don't like when they exclusively communicate through Twitter and then they do it through their Niantic
it should
support
go
channel.
through the in-game notifications.
So Niantic support has 421,000 followers. The Pokemon Go account has 4.3 million followers. It's literally 10% of the audience of Pokemon Go account. And Niantic support is an aggregate account. So people that play Pikmin and Ingress and all that are following that Niantic support account too. So hopefully the word gets out. Hopefully people realize it. It's just, look, it's communication. It took a week. It's communication. People were saying like, yo, what's up with the rare candy? They did communicate. They are making good. Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts.
All right, I'm holding.
Tweet number 2. This one came out yesterday. Trainers, we have resolved the technical issue affecting the shiny appearance rate for Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf in remote raids. We apologize for this and will share details about a special raid event on the Pokemon Go blog soon. Impacted trainers will also be granted a remote raid pass for each one used in these raids during the affected time, plus 1 extra directly to their Pokemon Go account. So, what this says to me, Adam, is if you did 100 remote raids, you couldn't. You could only do 75 in the total event. But let's see. How many days have we into the event now? What was it?
A lot.
No, we're 2 days into the event. When did no, that's just Beach Week. When did Azelf come? Giggity. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But they're doing 1-to-1. So if you remote rated 20 of these things, they're going to give you 20 passes. Plus 1 for your troubles. So apparently it was a 1 in 125 raid or something. They're not going to give us the specifics, but that's what the small sample size figured out. So now you have Niantic reacting pretty quickly to something. And again, we're in that week or so window. They say they're going to make good with an event. They say they're going to make good with compensation and give us the raid passes back. I want to hear from you now, like, do you think that this is something we should get used to. Is this going to be Niantic's new way? Where what was it for Reggie Drago? 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
Yeah, it was a very long time.
Something like that. So now we have a week turnover. Is this the new normal? Should we consider this the new normal? Should we get comfortable and used to this? Or are they only being timely on this because this is such a sensitive time and they're handling this because of damage control? Like, what could this be? Optimist
I think they're trying to be better.
Right.
But also at the same time, like, that's something that they can't, like, they're just taking money at that point without the possibility of the reward that people are raiding for.
No, I mean, you're still going to be able to raid them. They're still around. So you still have time to raid them. But
yeah, but when are we getting these passes?
They said I don't know. I actually pushed that question. I actually pushed 2 questions up to Niantic. I was like, these remote raid passes aren't going to be like impacted by the remote raid pass limit in our inventory, right? It's like, hey, I did 20 raids. Give me my 20 raid passes, but then it's like, sorry, you can only carry 3, so here's 3. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
I was just like, can you clarify this? Because people are concerned. I'm concerned. Is it going to be a scenario like when you get raid rewards over your item limit and just shows it in red or something? Hopefully that's what it'll do and just put you into like a net positive scenario where, you know, if you did 20 raids, you could have 20 in your inventory. And then I also said, when are these things coming? Because I want this shiny. I didn't do too many remote raids, but I probably did 20. I probably did 15 or 20, something like that. So, yeah, why not get this done quickly so we can get back out there and raid those same Pokemon? But here's the conversation. So, what does Niantic have to do? And is the answer continue to do this whenever there's an issue? Because the issues are the problem, right? The communication is a secondary problem.
Yes.
The issues keep happening. Like the issues just keep happening. New Zealand got fucked again with something this past week. Like they forgot to turn raid hour on. Like the raid eggs didn't have, like there was just like 6 o'clock, no raids for raid hour. Like this isn't something new. This isn't like, you know, a new shiny, like routine stuff. So at the root are the problems themselves that continue to happen. And a lot of these issues, the worst part about them is they seem like simple stuff. Oh, this is the shiny and bright and shiny and new and important Pokemon. Let's make sure this Pokemon works right. And then that Pokemon breaks. Or it's broken. Or it's missing. At the root, it's the problem. We can't necessarily influence, like, hey, guys, get better at your job, right? Get better. But we could say, get better at communicating because it's easy for us to see a result, right? Here at Niantic 1, they were like, we'll communicate better, we promise. And it was good for a little while. The dev diaries dried up. The communication dried up. People got pissed. Now, people got pissed. The communication seems to be where it needs to be. What happens if they stop doing it? If they stop communicating now, it's going to, like, it's like a...
Yeah, they're in a weird position because they need to be continuing this support.
They have to mind their P's and Q's.
Yeah, especially with everything that's happened right now. They're just in a position where, yes, there are going to be mistakes. They know it's a live game. They know that there's a ton of stuff going on at all times. It's hard to, like, I'm not a coder. I don't develop games. But there's, like, obviously if you flip a switch somewhere or put something in somewhere, it could affect all these other different things. And sometimes those things aren't noticeable because nobody uses that, and then sometimes it is noticeable because everybody reads.
But
But as long as they're understanding it and trying to come up with a solution to help immediately, that speaks volumes to me.
well, here's my counterpoint.
And they're like, "Hey, Mewtwo, there was an issue." Me personally, I didn't notice the XLs, but it will be a nice addition to have a couple extra XLs. I don't know if I can confidently say I did any remote raids for Azelf, but I might have done one.
So you'll get
the remote pen.
You'll get 2 passes back.
Yeah, that'll be cool for me. I'm happy with that result.
But here's
I'm upset that nobody got shinies.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that they're working on it. Like, that's a positive solution.
But does good communication forgive the constant issues? Because
I think the constant issues, again, it's a live game. It can't be perfect 100% of the time. Like, if something's wrong,
yeah, but some of this stuff is quality control.
Can just like
though.
patch. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you can't just like patch something immediately and make it and fix it. You know, so like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's an interesting dynamic right now. The community is definitely in a sensitive spot. Things are starting to improve from a gameplay perspective. People are happy with Hidden Gems so far. GBL has been where it needs to be. Project Zygarde is kind of happening and getting exciting.
Oh, speaking of PvP.
Yeah.
So I'm on the toilet this morning, just trying to get through a set. And I lost my first one. I was like, whatever. It was a really close match. It was like 1 HP in a dream, and I didn't win. Which whatever. But the second game I start playing, I have full bars. I'm sitting at my house. I have full bars. I have full Wi-Fi. I'm connected to a stable network. And I'm tapping. And I have my charge move, and it's not doing anything. Meanwhile, they're still attacking me, still attacking me, still attacking me. And it just kept going. And I was like,
when will it end?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, just use and I like stopped and I was like, I'll use the other charge move. And then neither of them worked. So I was just very frustrated. I was like, I won if I was able to use my charge moves, and I wasn't able to use my charge moves. Like, my Pokemon had full HP. They barely did any damage. I was resistant or whatever it was. I was so frustrated. I was like, are you serious? And then like my Pokemon got knocked out, and then like the new one came in. And then it didn't even attack. It just stood there. It did its like, hey, I'm here now animation. I'm just like, wow. Like, I literally just quit out of the match. I set the phone down. I was like, this must be what the PvPers
yeah, that sure is.
So I rage quit. To say the least. And I didn't play anymore.
All right,
that's it.
So let's use PvP as an example here. PvP has been something that's been broke forever. Sometimes you need to be an elite level player to notice what's broken, like fast move desync. The casual player isn't gonna know. But this is frustrating for you. They haven't really communicated about PvP being messed up. It's almost accepted now that we know that this isn't going to run right. But if they communicate about it and they came out and said, hey, sorry about the crappy performance in GBL this week, we're giving everybody Stardust. Yay! I don't know. Havoc Bandit in the chat.
I think the BVPers would be excited
maybe with
about
Stardust.
That.
Havoc Bandit says good communication lightens the blow by like 80%.
Yeah.
I
not wrong.
I think so too, but is that what we want? Is that the Band-Aid? Like, yes,
my opinion is something is better than nothing.
No, I agree.
And that's what we got. We got a bunch of nothing, and now we're getting something. So I'm okay with that.
I just don't. I would want to see that this become a more proactive and dynamic relationship between the user and the developer, where things are improving consistently with the feedback of the community, with the feedback of QA, with the feedback of, the influencers and all that kind of stuff. And we don't fall into a rut of just being okay with things not working out. It's okay. They're going to tell us why, or they're going to apologize. I just don't know if that's enough. I just don't want to fall into that rut, because I love what they're doing with the communication now. They have to continue this. I would love for this communication to not be about mess ups. I would love for this communication to be about positive stuff. But there's no way it's ever going to be able to get there if these issues keep happening. So I think there's look, I'm constantly looking to the future, right? We're always begging for communication. We're getting communication, and I'm like, no, I want more. I want a game that works 100% of the time. I don't think it's crazy, but I just don't want to have this be a never-ending cycle of apology compensation. The
never-ending cycle.
Yes, because then it turns into, like, is it really communication?
More.
Is it really communication, or is it just apology compensation? No. I want dev diary level communication from the dev. I want to hear about what they're thinking and doing and planning and what's in the pipeline and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
I think you just have too high of hopes.
Maybe. I love having ambitious hopes, but I just don't want Niantic to constantly have to be apologizing. Maybe, it's
yeah, I don't want it either, but at the same token, again, if they're calling out their mistakes and saying, "Hey, we messed up. Here's this." Like, that's a positive.
Yeah.
They're trying to right the wrongs.
Okay. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just I don't know. I want more of this. I want more communication. I would like them to at least mix in communication that will surprise us because it's something cool or something unique, and not just like satisfying the angry trainers.
Okay, here's this. So we realized that while coding for the Shadow Mewtwo raids, that the HTTP / just didn't work in the way that we anticipated it to, because it actually reverted to a backslash instead of a /. Like, that's the kind of stuff you want? Imagine that. You're like, no, this is the exact reason why.
No.
We put too many periods at the end of the sentence, and
the decimals place was wrong. No, I just want more information like what was shared in the Zoe interview with Michael Saranka, the Ed Wu interview with Eurogamer. Like, I want that. I want those levels of explanation. Hey, this is important to the longevity of the game, and this is what that means. Like, that kind of stuff. I don't want them just giving us one-liners to satisfy the group. It's like Ed Wu could say all day till he's blue in the face that this decision is good for the long-term life of the game and the longevity of the game. What does that mean? I don't know. I want communication that explains that. That's what I would want out of good communication from a developer. Not just like, yeah, remember that fuck up on Friday? Okay, we're going to fix it. And then next week, remember that mess? Like, it's just, no, I don't want that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but let us know what you think about Niantic's new communication. Is this a permanent commitment? Is this damage control? What do you think? Let us know. Check in with us. You can email us, luredup@pokemonprofessor.com. Just visit luredup.com. That's where you can message us and all that good stuff as well. You can leave us a voicemail, text 732-835-8639. And you can, Adam, I think that's a show. Is that a show?
I think that's a show. I think we did what we came
to do. Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you. Catch the audio podcast this Friday. And, keep training, trainers. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.